Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I speed paint all my Necromunda terrain. And I'm going to show you this, demonstrate it on this little guy. Some of you will remember this one from the previous video, that's when I made him, and probably maybe some of you as well. And I'm going to show you how I painted this guy up, alright? And the techniques I'm going to be using on this one can also be used on his bigger brother. The techniques are all the same. So whether you build a big thing like this, or you will build a tiny little guy like this, all the same. Alright guys, so without further ado, I would say follow me to the painting table, and let's do this! Come on! Hello again my friends, in this video will be my go-to video to how I paint all my Necromunda. So we're gonna start by base coating everything in black, and then when that is done, we're going to overbrush and stipple everything with a brown paint all over the terrain piece. It's alright if the black shines through, it adds more to the flavor, but first cover everything with a brown. Now I'm not reinventing the wheel with this technique, it's been done several times, well, by most crafters. But yeah, I really like this technique, and I know some of you have asked me to slow down the painting stage on my videos as I go over it rather quickly. But the reason that I go over it rather quickly is because otherwise the video would take forever if I... so I decided to make this quick ruin in my previous video and create a painting tutorial on how I do all my terrain, so you guys can always reference this. Now, once the brown is done, I'm gonna do a stippling dry brush with the metal silver paint all over the terrain piece, but make sure that the brown still shines through a bit. Now I do spend a little bit extra time on saturating most of the metal panels. I mean the flat metal panels, not the corrugated ones, but especially the flat metal panels. Just dry brush and stipple it with the metal all over, as you can see me do here. Just give it a nice coating. Don't forget the inside. And as I said, I saturated the panels a bit more. Looking cool. Now let's add some colors. Choose whatever matches your scheme, alright guys? There's no right or wrong color to use. I'm using this blue because I have a lot of blue in my other build. And I'm gonna start by dabbing and stippling on the corrugated metal panels. Just stipple it on. If it covers completely, it's not necessary because it's wet, so it will dry darker, so the metal will shine through. Just pick out a few panels that you want to have this color, and you can do everything in the same color, but I'm going to add some variation to it. As I said, it's always interesting to mix it up. Now I have this purple pink, which ends up looking a little bit more blue, but it's probably because I did not wash out my brush completely. But yeah, start by covering another panel with this, but you can easily use red or green. I'm just using this purplish pink color. Just stipple it on. Don't forget to do the back side of the panel if it is shown. And as I said, it's perfectly okay not to saturate it completely and leaving the brown shine through. And once you're happy, you can stop here if you want to, but I'm going to add some more colors to it. And I'm going to use this red, because red is always cool to have on these types of buildings, ruins. I love the color of red shining and mixing with the blue and the other colors. It's a very vibrant color. And don't forget the back as well. Now if you wanted to, the ladder you can paint it yellow, or like the way you always do your ladders, whatever it is for you guys. Now don't worry if you overspill, because you can easily touch that up with some more metallic or rust effects. Now I'm going to add some posters before the weathering stage, and I simply use some white glue, just a little bit. And I have this something that I printed on a white piece of paper, and I'm sticking that on. You can pre-wash the paper, of course, but I'm doing it right now because I want to add some more of the brown wash, and I'm stippling the brown wash all over. Just it's basically just acrylic brown mixed with water. Nothing's fancy or special, just water and paint, and splodge that all over the terrain piece. Let it dry a little bit, running down, as you see. Doesn't have to be completely dry. Now, on where we did the brown wash, or you can also stipple on brown paint, just apply some orange paint over it. While it's still wet, it will mix with the wash, so it will run down, creating a more realistic look. And just go all over where you want the rust to be. Now it looks very vibrant now, but it will dry a little bit darker, so no worries, and especially when it's mixed with the wash. Just going over the ladder here as well, the floor panel. Now I take some orange soft pastel to add texture to my rust. Just scrape that and try to aim wherever you want it to be. Add some nice rusted texture to it. And you have weathering powders, but I love these pastels as they're cheap as hell. And you can also do this with a brush. Just scrape it into a jar and stipple it on with a brush. It works just as well, but I'm just doing it this way as it is faster. I'm all about speed and efficiency. Now, to break up the brightness, I'm doing the same with the dark pastel, a dark brown, or you can use a black or a dark gray, and it will desaturate the orange a bit and create even more of a weathered, ugly look to the metallic piece that we just made. Here I'm using a gray, as you can see. That's basically it, guys. I mean, as you can see. Now, to lock in the pastel, just take a spray bottle with simple plain water, just tap water, and give it a few squirts. All over where you scrape the pastel, just saturate the piece. Just one squirt, don't drown your piece, just wet it a little bit and the pastel will be locked in place. That's basically it. But I'm going to add another poster, one I still had laying around. Now, to create posters, if you don't have a color printer, just print them in black and white and go over it with a sepia wash. And with that, my piece is done, and that is basically how I do all my Necromunda terrain. Very easy. So thank you all very much for watching, for this quick little video. And yeah, you can always reference this video in the future. And I have plenty more to come, guys, so I hope you will stay tuned for that. And I will see you on the next run, alright? Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate all of you. And I'll see you next time, alright? Bye for now. Bye!